Yeah, I'm sucking on a bottle of Jim Beam, wishing it was you. Yeah, I'm sucking on a bottle of Jim Beam, wishing it was you. Have any of y'all ever shot a load, but it was like way bigger than you planned? Yeah, so I remember this one time I had set aside, some me time myself to, masturbate. And I had the laptop warmed up with my favorite porn, put a dirty shirt in between the keyboard and myself to catch any fluid. And so I commenced to stroking, right, watching the porn, getting to my moment of climax. And I guess it was built up pretty rowdy because when I exploded, it was like a huge glob onto the top of my laptop screen and, kind of over it and some of the keyboard. I was like, oh, geez. I don't know if my computer warranty covers semen damage. So, yeah, I quickly cleaned up that shit with my dirty shirt. And, yeah, it was good. Crisis averted. Mission accomplished, fellas. But, yeah, I'm not sure if I had eaten, like, a lot of bananas or pineapple the night before, whatever. But, oh, boy, was there egg on my face, huh? Speaking of loads, though, what really turns me on is when I see a woman with a nice panty line. Like the whole idea of a woman in thongs or no underwear at all, being like sexy kind of bothers me. Like, I don't know, when I see a girl in, I don't know, slacks or business slacks or jeans or, business skirt, seeing a nice thick panty line. Oh my, that's the hottest shit. Also seeing on a girl a nice pussy bulge. It's just like, it's beautiful. Especially seeing a good pussy bulge out in the wild. I feel like you can look at one and it's right because it follows like the mathematical properties of the golden ratio. That's what really catches the eye to me at least, God, to see a woman with a pussy bulge and a panty line. Oh boy, that girl would get me steaming like a pants presser. Listen to the sound of my big black boots. Listen to the sound of my big black boots. Speaking of women, did you see people were all upset that Tampax said a funny tweet on the Twitter? Here, Tampax tweeted Monday, and here's the quote. You're in their DMs. We're in them. We are not the same. And yeah, people were losing their minds because of all the assuming of gender and the idea that periods can happen in females as young as 8-year-olds, so it's sexualizing children. Now people are hashtagging boycott Tampax. What's funny to me is how butthurt all these people are when tampons are inserted, in the front, in the vagina. Jesus, though, accounts like this tweeting clever little funny stuff is, to me, smart marketing because it's breathing new life into these name brands. And yeah, I don't know, you can say any publicity is good publicity, but honestly, who is actually upset with this, God, these people are so soft. I remember one time, I always think of this story, I saw on my Facebook, a woman post a picture of her newborn baby, and posted something along the lines of, oh, so blessed for my new baby, right? Very standard Facebook shit, right? Well, someone commented on it, you should take this down, because some women are unable to have children, and seeing that you're showing that you can would be upsetting to them. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, a person can't even post their newborn without someone getting maybe offended? Like, this is all fucking ridiculous. If I see something that actually bothers me on the internet, I just ignore it and move on. Just like in real life, Unless that shit is affecting me immediately or my immediate family, then I don't care. It doesn't bother me any way at all, shape or form, I feel like the public should follow suit with the same idea. People just love complaining about stupid shit so they feel like they might actually be a part of some change and maybe feel remembered in some manner because they have no significant impact in their actual life. They want to be seen because they're afraid if they aren't, then they don't exist, which makes me laugh. Because who cares? Nothing is real. Everything is permitted. Girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. I had this great idea for like a date rating business, right? Hear me out, okay? So it starts out that you have a girl, right, who is the date rater. A guy pays her a fee, and then he takes her out on a date as as he would do it, right? During the date, the girl would grade him on how things are, perhaps give him advice and critiques on what he could do and how he could do it better. Then at the end of the night, she gives him a full score with metrics and shit to calculate how well he did and if it was successful or a failure. I mean, it kind of sounds like prostitution, right? But it's like right below it, because I don't think we would go as far as having sex. I don't know. Maybe we could charge extra for that lesson, but it would be just like rating everything else. Maybe even rating how a kiss goes. So yeah, I guess the female would need to be prepared for kisses. Maybe some groping and leg touching. But again, this would all be scored and seeing if in the moment it made sense or there was no inviting context to it, you know? And of course, you have the girl would be looked at through by a supervisor, or I don't know, a pimp, if you want to see it that way. And he would take care of any sort of uncomfortable situations or any escalations that may concern his female employee. Again, the business is called Date Raiders. I don't know, you could sign a contract like DoorDash and Uber Eats employees, you know, and be a contract employee. So yeah, any Bitcoin people with your fortunes still somewhat available, if you want to get at me to get that going, just hit me up. And if you want to be one of the date raiders, bonus points to any of the ladies with deep voices and pussy bulges and a panty line. that's the ticket. Finally, I've been thinking, you know the movie Carrie, right? Like based on the book by Stephen King, the horror movie, where you have a girl with telekinetic powers that was raised by an overly religious mom and bullied by her classmates, loses it and goes crazy and kills a bunch of people, right? Which, by the way, John Travolta is in the original Carrie movie. I have a decent John Travolta. Let me see if I can do it. Hey, yo, Sandy. Hey, it's electrified. Okay, it's obviously not that good, but I gotta work on it. Okay, with the movie in mind, right? That one. You also have the children's movie Matilda, which you remember from, I guess, the 90s, right? Based on the book by Roald Dahl. You have a little girl who has telekinetic powers and who's raised by a shitty family and bullied by her principal and uses her powers for some bad stuff, but mostly good, and has a good ending where she ends up with a loving caregiver. I guess I'm wondering if these two movies might share the same universe. And also, this gives a good example of nature versus nurture. How, you ask? I don't fucking know. Something about how it depends on the person and how they become rather than the circumstances you're born in, right? Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. What do I know? Wasn't there a scene in Carrie? I don't know if it was either in the remake or the old one where Carrie starts like bleeding in the shower with all the girls and they just start throwing a shit ton of tampons at her. Like, was that a real scene, or is my mind just creating that memory of a scene? See, Tampax should have tweeted out all that snowflake woke weak ass shit. Tweeted it out to those weak ass, bit punk ass, funk ass, suck ass, punk ass. Anyways, that's it for today. When you do plan to jack off, try to prep better than I did, for sure. And if you're a female and you're gonna, I don't know, squirt, as the legends say, yeah, you should probably follow the same steps and learn from my cautionary tale. Also, Tampax, if I had a vagina, I'd definitely buy your product, you know. I might buy them and, I don't know, have them as just in case I'm shot and need to stop the bullet wound with something that can fill the gap and absorb all the blood. Actually, Tampax, yeah, y'all should help fund my Date Raiders business. You know, my slogan will be, it's not prostitution, but it's pretty close to it. And everyone, go read the book Matilda by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl's such a great fucking author. He wrote a bunch of badass fucking books. Like James and the Giant Peach, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Witches. Dude, those are all fucking bangers. He also wrote adult short stories. Yeah, like those books, they have collections of them. Great stories. They kind of have the same vibe as like the Twilight Zone, Rod Serling's type of shit, real twist endings, really great stories, with a little bit of racism, because to me racism is like salt. Yeah, a lot's bad for you, but just the right amount can spice up anything. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for supporting this, and subscribe to the YouTube for, videos or just episodes of the podcast and shit, because, we're really trying to make it happen. Keep it growing. I don't know, what do y'all want to be called? My Zoes, my lordies. I don't know. Just keep it up. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye.